This week on Carlie's Couch, we are going to give you what happened when we took a listener challenge.
Dun, 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 dun. Hey, y'all.
Hey, buenos dias. Hope you're having a good week thus far. We know it just started, but happy Monday. Thanks for listening as always.
Yeah, and I'm really excited about this week. We've been having more listener interaction. Y'all been asking us questions. Y'all been giving us challenges. So I'm pretty hyped.
Yeah, this week's episode comes from a listener challenge. Mr. Ambrose Clancy, who hopefully y'all not tired of yet. My dad, he gave me a call and was like, I was just thinking, you and Carlie, could you guys take listener challenges? And I was like, what's the challenge? Like, all right, what do you want us to think about doing? And he gave me a couple of things. One was a challenge. One was something that maybe we could talk about in the future. But he was like, I want to challenge you both to take a cold shower every day for a week. And he's like, there's so many benefits to it. And I talked about how it has helped him. And I just want you to try it. Just see if you should try it. And as his daughter, I've heard him say this multiple times before. He's asked me about it or told me about it months ago for sure. So I was like, okay, well, this is something that could be interesting that Carlie and I could both try for a week and see how it goes. So this week we are talking about our results from doing this 7-day challenge of taking a cold shower every day.
And my first question was, well, what are the parameters? Like, is there a time limit? Like, what does this entail? Because I want to make sure I'm, adhering to that. And it was just one cold shower a day, just cold from start to finish. I had dabbled in taking cold showers and ice baths types of thing. Like, I used to do ice baths back in the day after sports. And then I've been adding like a cold minute to each one of my showers probably for a couple of months because I read somewhere that it actually helped with your, mood and stuff. And so this was kind of interesting to actually just get into a cold shower from start to finish.
Yeah, was it difficult for you?
Yes, because I had gotten comfortable easing myself into the cold. It's like after you've already taken your nice warm shower, then you can, bust down to the cold. But jumping in cold at first, it's like, why am I doing this to myself? Like, it kind of felt like a punishment a little bit.
Yeah, I felt mad. And because our lives are a little bit different, like I didn't necessarily have to start the day with the shower. Like before I went to work or I went to a place, half the time I roll over and I start doing meetings and working, etc., and then get into it. And one thing I for sure found for me was that it was more difficult the longer in the day I waited to take the shower. The first day I was like, oh, I'm so mad, like getting out, like I was literally mad. But then it didn't take too long for me to be like, all right, how did it feel? Like, what did you do? How did you approach it when you took your shower?
Well, the first day I played myself because I forgot we had agreed on it. And so it was my nighttime shower. And I was like, man, this is some. But I was like, I'm going to do it, though. So I played myself. So then I strategically started setting it up in the mornings. Like, it was the first thing. I was like, just get your butt in the shower. Knock it out. You'll be good. So we also chose the best week ever to do this in Los Angeles because it's been 1,000,000 degrees here this week. And so I kind of started to look forward to it, actually. Like after my workouts and stuff, I was like, oh, this shower about to hit right now.
For me, the way I approached it, though, is that I would turn my water on and then I would just still be kind of distant from the cold water and I would like put my hands into it. And like I use the loofah gloves. So I would like put my hands into it and just start to like, let me get a little water. Let me get a little soap.
Oh, so you eased into it.
Yeah, I don't think it was one time that I hopped right into the water. Oh. I was in the shower, but I put the water on me. Like I wasn't underneath it. But then what I found out is every time, by the time I got to like, a certain amount of like I'm soaping up and stuff, I felt comfortable. And I was like, oh, okay. And then I got into it, rinsed off and was in there for a minute. And then even like on the first day, I was like, oh, I already had planned ahead of time that I was like, okay, I'm going to shave when I get out of the shower. Instead of trying to do everything in here, because I was like, I already know I'm not gonna like this. But by the time I had kind of been washing up and then I got under the water fully, I was like, oh, I'm here now. Like it felt good and it felt fine. And then I went ahead and ended up being like, oh, I could just go ahead and shave, or I could go ahead and like really go hard. Even one day I actually put out like my little extra scrub stuff and was like, oh yeah, this is straight, and did more than I thought I would do. So that's by approach. That's what I mean. Like I like didn't just hop right under the water.
Oh, I'm the opposite. I was like, look, I'm gonna get the hardest parts first. like my face and my chest. Like let it just get there, and if I can settle that, if I turn around and get my back real quick, I'm gonna be good.
Yeah, we did that different. I did that opposite. And then how would you say that you felt coming out of the shower?
I cold, especially the first couple of days, but then better afterwards. But definitely cold. But like I said, it was kind of nice to have a lowered body temperature and to feel more comfortable. And I usually like let myself dry off a little bit and like dry off and enjoy my time after the shower. So it was nice. What about you?
I feel like, and I don't know if this is something that happens regularly, and maybe I don't notice it because my body's already very warm. But one thing I did notice is that I felt kind of itchy after my showers. But I think like recently I have been noticing other signs of like inflammation in my body anyway. So what I'm thinking now is that I probably already would feel like that, but because I'm warm from a hot shower, it's not like a sense I think that I will feel the same. But I kept noticing that. One day I was like, I'm kind of itchy right now. And then I noticed if it was going to happen every other day. And now that I think about it, I don't think it has happened since I have done some warmer showers. I have to pay attention to it. But maybe that means it helps make you feel more aware of your body after the shower. But other than that, I felt refreshed. So would you say that you felt any benefits that were different from if you had just taken a hot or warm shower?
I would say so. I would say that I felt a little bit more rejuvenated, like alert. I had a little bit more mental clarity and just kind of felt like ready. Like sometimes I feel like warm showers for me kind of lull me into like, oh man, that felt so good. I just want to lay down and relax. Whereas like the cold showers, especially the first couple of days, did not. Like I was like ready to go afterwards.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Supposedly it stimulates you to take deeper breaths, to slow down, decrease the level of carbon dioxide in the body, and also helps you concentrate. But I would also, adding on to that in the same vein, would say that increased willpower was something that I also felt, along with kind of the alertness, because it was like, all right, I'm ready for the day. And like, oh, okay, that wasn't that bad, right? When you say something or are in the mode of being like, oh, that wasn't that bad, like I did that, then you're already starting off with a win. Similar to how like when I used to start the day going to the gym or something like that. And so as far as the willpower, I also during that time was trying to drink more water, and I was trying to order less food from delivery apps because I was like, I'm ordering too much. So that week it also, I feel like I did notice that I was a little bit better with some of the other habits that I was trying to pay attention to.
Oh, that's a good one. Like thinking about putting your body through a little bit of stress to like build up your resilience and other things.
No, that's not what I was trying to do, but maybe that could be what they mean by saying it helps increase your willpower. Because the main benefit of it, like that's what you're doing, since we haven't mentioned, I'm glad you said that, is that you're putting your body through stress. When you take a cold shower, it is kind of stressing your body, but also in a way that's making you stronger. Had you heard about this from anyone else before?
I had. I can't remember. Maybe I saw it on TikTok or something, but it was the dude, Wim Hof, who's like he's called the Iceman because he's used cold training to climb Everest and do a bunch of other things, but he takes ice baths and stuff. And he's the one who I think kind of popularized it more recently. Like he has books and stuff. So I have vaguely heard about it. I think I saw a TikTok that was saying that it's a great way to reset your fight and flight. So if you notice yourself like elevated stress, like it's a great way to help your body naturally produce more dopamine throughout the day. So that's why I was adding like the little droplets of like 1 minute at the end of my shower of cold, just trying to see if it worked.
Yeah, I outside of hearing it from my dad, I know there was one interview I heard, I want to say on School of Greatness, and I don't remember who the guy was, but he was talking about the ideas of we're too comfortable in this day and age. So like we're too comfortable. We can turn the hot water on. We can turn our air on to be cooled when it's 110 degrees outside. And all of these things essentially make you weaker. Probably a little bit mentally and like literally physically, it makes you a little bit weaker because your body is not having to like build up or deal with anything. And so I remember one of the things that he was talking about was taking that cold shower as a way to an easy way to regularly kind of be strengthening your immune system in your body. Was there any other benefits that you feel like you saw? Those are the things that it's supposed to do, but like I'm not going to sit here and tell y'all like, oh man, I feel much stronger, because I don't. But is there anything else that you felt during that time?
To be clear, I think to get the full benefits, you have to do it a little bit longer and probably more consistent. But I will say, even within just a week of doing it, I kind of felt like an elevated mood a little bit. Like I felt a little more relaxed, which is interesting because you are putting your body through this eustress, like, which is good stress, and kind of shocking, jolting your body awake. But I did feel like elevated mood.
Mm-hmm. And then the scientific stuff behind that is it releases endorphins and those chemicals that can make you a little more excited. And also, it says cold showers work for boosting your mood by increasing electrical impulses from peripheral nerve endings in the brain, which also can have antidepressant effects. So I would say, for me, I don't know, maybe it felt good because you're going in feeling some kind of way already. But one thing for sure is I definitely did feel refreshed, and I did feel like, okay, cool. But towards the last couple of days, I was like, man, I don't know. Like, I don't need to do this no more to feel good about myself. Like, I will say.
Do you think you'll do it moving forward?
No, I don't think I will, or I would do, I think it makes more sense. Do whatever works for you. But I think if I kept doing it, and what I have done since is I've used not hot water, but it wasn't cold either. Moving forward, if I want to try doing this, I think I would start with it cold and then turn it later if I wanted to turn it later, but not at the end, because I feel like that's worse to me.
Yeah, I'll probably continue it. I want to try it when it's not as warm outside, because I kind of feel like it's cheating because it's more of a treat. At least it was for me. But I want to see, and because I remember one of my yoga mentors, she did it in Kundalini. It's a type of yoga to cultivate creative energy and work at your energy centers and your chakras, like your root chakra specifically. And she would get up every morning at 4 a.m. and take a ice shower. I'm not getting up at 4 a.m., but I do think I will try that like first thing when I get up, just to see, if I can see those impacting benefits.
Yeah, I would imagine that would have more benefit if you wake up and that's the first thing you do. And if you do it consistently. For me, it might be something maybe that I try to do like once a week or something like that. And I think that does still have benefits because it's still kind of giving your body a little bit more of a shock and getting uncomfortable. So maybe that's something to throw on to, I don't know, your to-do and see how you feel about it. But what we're going to do next, we're going to call my dad and we're going to ask him a couple questions to see, what he wanted us to get out of it and why he challenged us. So give us a second and we are going to call Ambrose Clancy.
Hello, Miss Carpio.
Hello, Mr. Clancy. How are you?
I'm better than I deserve. How are you doing?
Wonderful. Thank you for asking.
Hey, Dad. We know you don't have that much time right now on part of our plan. But we we are calling. You are live right now. Well, you're not live because I will edit it should I need to. But you are on Carlie's couch right now. And Carlie and I have just talked a little bit about the benefits we saw and how difficult it was for us to do the cold showers. But we want to tap in with you just to kind of give it full circle. So our first question for you is, why did you give us this challenge?
Well, it's something that I've been doing for the last 2 years. And originally I heard of it from a Dutchman by the name of Wilm Hof. And I won't give you his story, but he went through a lot of difficulty and he began to embrace the cold, and he basically said it saved his life. So I started doing a lot of research on it and looking at the benefits. And at the time I was having a health challenge as well. And I just took it on as a challenge, and I did it. And I have a lot of results that I could say what I want. But the reason I asked if you guys would do it, first of all, thank you for accepting the challenge. Because most people would just say, I'm not going to do that. You crazy?
I mean, I did the first few times you've mentioned it.
Well, I figured since it's very hot in LA night, it may be a prime time to do it. But I was just curious and I tell other people about it also, and most of them just think you're crazy. But I thought it'd be interesting for you two to do it and then compare notes as far as the pros, the cons, the difficulties, if any. Were there any positive results? How did you see where it helped you through the day, and what way what was their effects, and just kind of bounce it back and forth. I know you guys get ideas from a lot of different places, but it's made a huge difference in my life for me to do it every day. And I just wanted to throw that out there and just look at the podcast and just see what you guys thought about it. And I would talk to you later after the podcast, but that was my reason for doing it. I thought it would be fun.
Basically, you said, hang up, please, stop talking to me.
Well, no, we like the challenge, and I'm glad that you asked us because, we did get to experience that and challenge ourselves. How long have you been taking cold showers?
About 2 years now, every day.
What we
I said to say that I will never take a hot shower or a hot Epsom salt soak in the bathtub, but I try to start my day every day with a cold shower. And see, East Coast cold shower and LA cold showers are different things. And I was telling Alberto, when it gets January and February, when the pipes are cold, it's a cold shower, and it's different levels of this.
Oh man, that's what I told her. I kind of felt like we were cheating this week.
Yeah, because also, like, I turned my water. You have to turn the thing a little bit, and I was like, this is a little warm to me, so I had to like really turn it all the way. But we talked about it already. But the 3 things that we saw as benefits, or 4 things, was improved mental clarity and alertness, increased willpower to do other things, and the elevated mood and confidence. 3 things. But we know there's some other benefits. You've been doing it longer. Are there any other benefits that you see?
Well, again, as I said, the catalyst for me was to better improve my health. And some of the things were all of the ones that you said, but circulation became much better and a huge boost to the immune system. And that was my primary focus. It raises the metabolism, and it burns fat better. Well, the bad fat, you have brown fat and white fat. Also, Carlie, you would probably know this one to a higher degree, is very good as far as injury recuperation and muscle recovery. High-level athletes, after a big game, they ice themselves up or take ice baths. So it's really good for recovery. And one good thing that I noticed, it's really good for your hair and your skin.
Dang, are you looking at the same list as us?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm crying. So, Mr. Quincy, so on here, I guess I can say that everything you have said is valid, because according to our research, we of course couldn't say like we saw immune, changes and things like that. But scientific studies found that taking a cold shower increases the number of white blood cells in your body to protect you against disease. And this process is related to increased metabolic rate, which stimulates the immune system. So we did have that here as well. And then they also show that they improve your general health due to a reduction in muscle soreness and inflammation, help with workout recovery, along with muscle recovery and cardiovascular function following exercise. So that improves your circulation and reduces inflammation as well. And then the other thing we had outside of what we've already said was great for your skin, reducing pore size. And I've always heard it was good for your hair too, especially when you have curly hair. They say that. The only thing you didn't mention was sperm health.
Well, you bear witness to that by being here, okay?
That wasn't during the cold shower era, because I'm a little old for that. But I think that does inform me that you must be a credible source, because those are all of the benefits that we have, plus the ones that we said as well.
There's one more benefit that I was thinking of when I challenged you guys to see if you felt this way also. There's a psychological aspect to it, that it helps you to be more mentally strong, because you're starting your day with a difficulty, a challenge with the vast majority of people on this planet. Well, let's say the United States.
Yeah.
Won't do it.
There's a lot of cold showers out there.
Unintentionally. But it pushes you past your comfort zone, and it starts you off with, if you conquer it, it starts you off with a success. And no matter what you hit that day, I took a cold shower this morning, I can deal with this. So it really starts you as far as success. Like, I hit something difficult and I did it.
Yeah, we definitely felt that as well. Well, thank you for that challenge. We appreciate it. We are going to also put that challenge out to our listeners as well. And let us know if you have anything else that you would like to say. Otherwise, we can let you enjoy the rest of your evening.
No, I look forward to seeing the podcast. Thank you guys for jumping on the wagon, and I appreciate you accepting the challenge.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, so you have just heard from my dad, Mr. Ambrose Clancy.
I feel like he's an affiliate for Wim Hof at this point.
Right, like he knew every point that he had all the points that we had. So that's the benefits. Those are the things that Carlie and I experienced, and I am glad we caught him because I didn't recognize that he had done it for 2 years, where he really is seeing these other benefits as well. So that's really good to think about this. Like I said, full circle. So, are you trying to take the challenge?
Birdman hand rub.
I would definitely say that it's something to try just because, if anything, just for your own mental toughness. If you're interested in trying it, there's no right or wrong way. Carlie and I both approached it very differently. I know some other folks who they approach it differently as well. So think about however you want to do it.
Yeah, I was gonna originally be like, oh, you can start off small and do 30. No, just try to take a cold shower every day for a week and just see what happens.
Yeah. I think if I was going to keep going, though, for sure, I'll probably I would do the cold shower until I get all the way in and then maybe end it with the warm. But try it each way. You could also like build it up like different times that you want to do it. But I think to Carlie's point, it's like, all right, I'm already here. Like, why not try to go further? And like I said, I already went into it knowing like, all right, I'm about to hop out and do the rest of what I need to do outside of this. But then once I was in there, I was like, oh, I'm in here now. So let me just keep going. So try it. Let us know how you feel if you do take the challenge as well.
Yeah, hit us at Carlie's Couch. Would love to hear your experience. And I mean, Mr. Clancy and us, like one of the biggest benefits is knocking off something hard that you don't want to do first thing in the morning. So yeah, just try it. Hit us. Let us know how it's going. And then there were some risks also associated. We were researching all the benefits. And if you have a heart disease, resist the urge to adopt a cold shower routine. Your body's reaction to cold water puts the added stress on your heart and could lead to an irregular heartbeat or arrhythmia. So maybe talk to your doctor before you do that if you have any heart issues.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's important to remember. No shout out this week, but we do have a question of the week. Carlie, what is your most treasured possession?
The first thing I thought about was my teddy bear. His name is Wimpy.
Oh, the first thing I thought about was my cell phone.
That's my second, but Wimpy was the first, so I just went with it.
Yeah, the first thing I thought was my cell phone. I'm not gonna hold you. Yeah, so that's what I'm gonna go with. What is your treasured possession?
Your most treasured possession.
But the cell phone can be replaced. I don't know if that's the type of answer you're looking for, but that's the first thing that came to mind. So I'm sticking with it. Hit us up, leave us any comments, especially if you do try to take the challenge yourself. And we look forward to seeing you or hearing from you and listening to us.
Listening to your comments and things you have.
I was just going to say, enjoy the podcast this week, next week, and beyond, to be honest, because I'm not listening to you. I'm not seeing you. So I don't know what I'm saying at this point. But hope you have a great day and a great week. Stay cool.
Bye, y'all.